안녕하세요, Pauline입니다. Hi everybody, it's Pauline and welcome to class today. Alright, so today's topic is actually 여행에 가다, or is it 여행을 가다? Right, I think many of you would have learned this grammar, n에 가다 오다, 뭐 학교에 가다, 집에 가다. Right, so is it 여행에 가다, or sometimes you also see 여행을 가다. Is 여행을 가다 correct, wrong, or when do we say, or is 여행에 가다 the incorrect one? Right, so that's what we're going to look at it today. But before we begin today, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and share these lesson videos with any of your friends who are also learning Korean. Alright, so if you've already done so, let's begin with our lesson and here we go. Okay, so let's first look at the definition of 가다. So if you actually neighbor the word 가다 in neighbor, or select the dictionary function, alright, it gives you the full explanation of 가다. There's quite a few, and today I'm just going to highlight a few of it. Now the first one that I'm going to highlight is 한 곳에서 다른 곳으로 장소를 이동하다, and the key word here is 장소를 이동하다. And 장소를 이동하다 means you change or you shift, you move the location. Okay, so for example, 산에 가다, okay, go to the mountains. 지방에 사는 친구에게 간다. Right, the friend who lives in the rural areas, I'm going to him. 친구에게 가다, I'm going to the friend. Alright, 새벽에 친구 집을 가본 적이 없다. Right, I have never been to my friend's house during the wee hours, in the wee hours. Right, so in this case, 친구 집을 가본 적이 가다. Alright, so you can use 에게, 에, and 으르. Okay, so it's not just 에 가다. That's number one. Now let's look at the second definition that I'd like to point out to you. Number two, 지책이나 자리를 옮기다. 지책이나 자리를 옮기다. or 물건이나 권리 따위가 누구에게 옮겨지다. Alright, a authorization power, authority power of something actually moves from one person to another person, In that case, you can also use 가다. 관심이나 눈길 따위가 쏠리다. Okay, your interest for something is being poured over into something, has been dragged into something, goes into something. In this case, again, you use 에게, 으로, or 으. So for example, 책상 위에 있던 돈이 어디에 갔지? Oh, the money on the table, where did it go to? Right? So this is more like the first definition, where the location, okay, or the position of something changes its place. Number two, 어느 만난 남자에게 무조건 호감이 간다. Right? Lots of curiosity and interest for this guy that I met today. Okay? My interest goes to this guy. Alright? 호감이 간다. Now 여기와 to who? 예, 어느 만난 남자에게 갔어요. 뭐 갔어요? 호감이 갔어요. 그 사람의 옷차림으로 자꾸 눈길이 간다. 그 사람의 옷차림으로 자꾸 눈길이 간다. Now what goes? Okay, what goes? My sight. Okay, my 눈길, my sight, my vision. Right, I keep noticing this thing. Okay, so my sight, my vision, okay, keeps going to something. And what is this something? That person's outfit, that person's fashion, right? 옷차림으로 자꾸 눈길이 간다. Alright, so okay, when you're talking about interest, or when you're talking about something that changes its position, okay, or curiosity, your feeling being dragged into something, goes into something, you can use 가다 as well. Now the third one, 한쪽으로 흘러가다. 한쪽으로 흘러가다. 한쪽으로 흘러가다. Now what does this mean? Now in this case, for this version of 가다, you will use 으로 and not 에 or 에게 or even 으르, right? For example, 승부가 어디로 가는지 아무도 모릅니다. 승부 is the victory. Where is this victory leaning towards? Right? Going towards? Right? No one knows, right? 그래서 승부가 어디로 가는지, going where? Okay? Go where? Okay, so in this case, it's a direction rather than 에. Okay. Alright. So in short, actually, when you use the word 가다, there's quite a few different markers that goes along with it, depending on the meaning of your sentence, depending on what your sentence is trying to say. Okay, so you can use 에, 에게, 으로, 으르, or 에. Okay, Alright, so then the next thing we also learn in your grammar, in your level 1 grammar, very beginner level, you will learn the 에, 가다, 오다. Now for example, 학교에 갈 거예요. I'm going to school. I'm going to go to school. 학교에 갈 거예요. 카페에 왔어요. Right? She or that person came to the cafe. 카페에 왔어요. 산에 갔어요. She or he or I went to the mountain. 산에 갔어요. Now in this case, when you use this grammar, 에, 가다, 오다, this 에 here is actually referring to the noun being a location. Alright, so always remember that 에 is actually a location marker and it makes that noun a location. And so therefore you are going to that location. In that case is 에, 가다, 오다. Now unlike in the previous examples, not everything that you go to is a location and therefore we do not use 에. So for example, 여행에 가다 versus 여행을 가다. 여행에 가다 in English, if I were to translate, it's more like I'm going to a holiday. I'm going for a holiday, you know. Whereas 여행을 가다, it's like I'm going on a holiday, right? It's not a destination. It's not like a place that you're going to, but you're going on a holiday, right? Even in English, you don't use the word going to school. I'm not going to holiday, right? Going to holiday. No, we don't say that. 그래서 여행을 가다, 여행에 가다 둘 다도 괜찮지만 both is fine, is okay. However, 여행을 가다 is used a bit more frequent, more appropriate. I would say less awkwardly, I would say less awkward than 여행에 가다, 여행을 가다. Alright, the other example, if you're also wondering, is 등산. 등산을 가요 or 등산에 가요. Okay, I'm not saying that 등산에 가요 is wrong. Okay, 등산에 가요 means more like you are going to hike. I'm going to hiking. Okay, whereas 등산을 가요 is I'm going on a hike. It's not like a location. I'm going for a hike. Okay, so if you were to ask me, I would say 등산을 가요 is used more often than 등산에 가요. Or otherwise 등산을 해요. Alright, I'm doing a hike. Okay, so 등산을 해요. Alright, so yeah, 등산에 가요, 등산을 가요, 등산을 해요 are all feasible options. Although 등산에 가요 is the more awkward one or less commonly used one. Alright? Okay, so I hope you learned something today. The difference between 에, 가다, 오다. vs the other markers that's used along with 가다. And if you learned something new today, you like the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, anything confusing that you'd like to hear more explanation about, please leave them in the comment boxes and I'll be sure to reply or otherwise make a video to explain so that more people who also may have the same kind of confusion will be able to learn. Alright, thank you for your time today and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!